Joining me now is Heritage Foundation Vice President of Domestic Policy, former Director of HHS's Office for Civil Rights, Roger Severino. Roger, great to see you. Thank you for being here. You know pharma's claim. They've been talking about this for decades, literally, that their high prices are needed as payback for all the billions of dollars they spend to create and test all of these new drugs. And if the prices go down, they're not going to have the initial capital to come up with new drugs again, to which you say what?
Well, I would believe that if they charge the same price everywhere, but they don't. If you go to socialist Europe, you could get the same drugs for 2 or 3 times lower when it's the exact same drug. So how could they say that it's just about getting the price that's fair when the socialist European healthcare system has been freeloading off the American patient? So what Trump is doing, he's the ultimate deal maker. He's putting the pressure on big pharma and directing their lobbyists who live and breathe in the swamp of Washington to go to Brussels, go to Paris, go over there and say, hey, let us charge the market rate over there. So you raise the prices in Europe, and then you lower the price in America. And this is similar to what Trump has done, using tariffs as a tool to reduce trade barriers. This is the same sort of thing. And now he's enlisting big pharma to help do some of that work.
Well, why were the prices in Europe so low? I mean, were they trying to spread market share? Was it all about market share, and they did that by lowering the prices, and we pay the difference here in the United States?
Well, in many cases, they have Obamacare on steroids in Europe. It's
right.
price controls and rationing. So what happens is we are subsidizing Obamacare Plus in Europe, which makes no sense. So President Trump says this is grossly unfair, and we have to have parity on unfairness across the ocean. And this is what it's designed to be. There's plenty of money to be made by drug companies. However, there's not enough price transparency, another thing President Trump is going after. And everybody agrees we got to get the middlemen out of this business, the pharmacy benefit managers, all the hidden costs, all the rebates. You know what you see on the label, that sticker price? Nobody actually believes that's true. It's all made up because nobody actually knows what we're being charged. So we do know we're being charged much more here than Europe.
Roger, I want to switch to gender affirming care, which is actually a nice way of saying what often means permanently maiming and mutilating children who may think that they want a gender change and then after consideration regret having gone through this process. The Trump administration is trying to stop it, or at least for younger kids who aren't prepared really to make a decision about their own bodies at that age. New York Attorney General Letitia James and a bunch of other Democrats want to give back to these kids the opportunity to maim themselves. What do you make of this? How is this going to sort out? Of course, Letitia James is very litigious. She loves to sue the Trump administration for anything. But does she have any chance of winning in this battle?
On this one, no. The lawsuit is a joke. They're trying to say that somehow the president can't direct enforcement discretion. That's all he said, is we're going to prioritize the law to protect children from being maimed and sterilized by doctors that are misleading them. So he said the FTC, DOJ, and FDA have to look at this. You can have doctors lying about what these drugs do and can't be marketing it. You had the FTC chairman, Andrew Ferguson, have a hearing where he had detransitioners, people who have gone through this, have actually been sterilized or had their sex organs removed, that regretted it because they were lied to, and they need consumer protection. And then you also have statutes, criminal statutes of female genital mutilation. And all the president said was, let's see if any of these statutes apply, because we're going to prioritize them to protect children and the truth about male and female. And about a dozen hospitals have stopped doing these horrible, permanent experimental surgeries on kids because of it. And congratulations for President Trump for restoring common sense.
I want to squeeze one more in. It's about Planned Parenthood, and for a long time we've suspected that they have found a way to get taxpayer funding into their abortion business. Money is fungible, and they say, technically speaking, they may not be right, but you know how money can be switched around from one part of the business to another. Is that now ending? Has the Trump administration found a way of isolating their abortion business so that my taxpayer money is not going towards it?
Close. So we had the one big beautiful bill that had a 1-year ban on Medicaid funds going to abortion clinics like Planned Parenthood, which was great progress. Should have been 5 years at the very least. We also need Title X, right, contraceptive family planning funds, to not go to abortionists. This is separate. People want to say we want to space our children, we want to help with fertility. We do not want to fund abortion. So when I was at HHS, we actually limited Title X funds and said if you're performing abortion, you could do it, but you have to separate it physically and financially. So once we get that rule in place, it'll be yet another dagger in the heart of Planned Parenthood, because the American public does not want to fund it, period.
Great stuff. Roger Severino, we appreciate you coming and have a wonderful weekend. Thanks a lot.